Okay, what I am about to reveal to you is absolutely destroying your hair, especially if you're over 50. Yep. Oh, we're gonna break it down today. Oh yes, we are. I'm gonna walk you through the most common things that, if I'm honest, nobody talks about that are absolutely destroying your hair. So if you've gone through a situation where you feel like your hair texture is changing, maybe it's getting a little bit more coarse, or you're seeing a bit more frizz, or maybe you're even losing some hair, I'm about to reveal some of the biggest causes of that to happen. So let's break them down, and more importantly, let me tell you how you can kind of address these concerns so that we get you on a path to more healthy, happy, beautiful, what, you know what I'm saying, great hair. Okay, now I mentioned that this was if you're over 50, but if I'm completely honest, this is really at any age. It just so happens that over 45 to 50 years old, we start to see these concerns amplified, and the causes that I'm gonna share with you today of these concerns are part of the reason that this is amplified. So you'll understand here in just a second, but let's dive into the first thing that could be causing severe damage to your hair. One of the first big things that nobody ever talks about is your iron levels. I will tell you right now, if you come into my salon and you're experiencing hair loss, the first thing I'm gonna do is tell you to go straight to your doctor to get your iron levels checked. You'd be amazed how often just simple low iron levels is the cause of the concern, and the doctor will prescribe maybe even iron supplements at that point, and the client ends up growing their hair back shockingly. Now, the reason for iron being such a key player in this, it's actually a protein found in your body's red blood cells. And these cells deliver oxygen, which is aiding in hair growth and repair. Now, the best part about this is you could potentially fix this or move towards addressing it just by changing up your nutrition, because you can find iron in things like eggs, red meat, spinach. And so by simply adding more iron into your diet, that alone could go a long way to aiding in the concern. Now, in some special cases, you, like I said before, may want to head over to your doctor and get checked out, and if they feel that it is appropriate, they may even prescribe some iron supplements that can help push this process even further. But if you have been noticing any thinning in your hair, it would definitely be worth going to get your iron checked out, and that may address a lot of the concern. Okay, another big player in this whole game is zinc. Now, zinc is a big player because it actually promotes hair growth. It also keeps oil glands that are around the follicles functioning well and healthy. So if you find yourself having a zinc deficiency, this could also create a certain amount of hair loss concerns. Now, people that have a higher potential of experiencing a zinc deficiency are people that either drink a lot, pregnant women, women that are breastfeeding, people with Crohn's disease, or people that have kidney ailments. Now, again, the good thing is we can start addressing this concern through just nutrition alone. Now, you can find zinc in stuff like meat, spinach, lentils, oysters, pumpkin seeds. Ooh, I love pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds roasted, that is good. That makes me happy. It is October, guess what, pumpkin season, I guess. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, we're gonna call it pumpkin season. But I love pumpkin seeds, but nonetheless, all of that can start moving you in the right direction of addressing some of those zinc concerns. Now, again, this is a situation where you would also want to have your doctor check to see if you actually have this deficiency, and they also could work with you to prescribe supplements that could also kind of push you further towards not being deficient. Now, it is important to mention that the last two, both zinc and iron, you can get too much. So you do want to pay attention to how much your intake is. You don't want to just go crazy with it. Having too much could have also potential health concerns. So it is something that I want to talk to a doctor about. However, with that said, it is definitely something that you want to pay attention to. Oh, and by the way, obviously, I'm not a doctor, so consult a physician before you make any changes, blah, 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 all the medical disclaimer stuff. I'm a hairstylist, okay? So, yeah, just know that. Hold on. Okay, let's move this over here a little bit so we don't... All right, now I realize that a lot of these concerns that I'm talking about so far especially are not the sexy ones. They're not the fun and simple to address ones. They're not the, hey, check out this foam, you put it on your hair, boom, everything is good. It's not how this works. And I'm purposely doing this because, look, you can search YouTube as much as you want and find thousands of videos that'll sell you whatever product you want to buy that you hope is going to solve all of the concerns. I'm here to say that while there are good supplements out there, potential vitamins out there, hair gummies, whatever it is, that may function, not all do. Regardless, if you go out and take a bunch of supplements or use a bunch of products that are supposed to give you these amazing results, if you're not taking this other step that I'm sharing with you today, then you're working against yourself. And ultimately, you could be wasting all of that money down the drain because while you're trying to address one concern over here, you're creating the exact same concern over here. So you're just creating a concern that you're trying to address. Now, if you take my advice on this, now you're going to be doubling down on it. And that's why I think this stuff is so important. Now, with that said, let's dive in a little deeper, shall we? Okay. Now, did you know that hair cells are actually the fastest growing cells in your body? Which kind of leads us into the next thing, which is vitamin A, because vitamin A is the perfect source to kind of promote that growth. So here's the thing. When your body absorbs vitamin A, it actually helps produce sebum. Now that sebum actually keeps your hair follicles healthy, but much more importantly, and I know this is why you're gonna like it, that is also a large part of what's making your hair shiny. That sebum or oil distributes its way down throughout the hair over the day, and that is creating a bit of that shine. Now you may be saying to yourself, but wait. My hair is ridiculously oily. I don't want any more oil. I must be overproductive in the sebum category. Could be true, but if you feel like your hair is starting to get dry and brittle and coarse, this definitely is something that you want to pay attention to. And getting a bit more vitamin A may head you in that right direction. So now the question comes again, where do we find more vitamin A? And why am I talking like a newscaster or a game show host? I don't know, but here's where you find more vitamin A. Now, if you're looking to get more vitamin A into your system, then you want to look for foods that are high in beta carotene. Beta carotene actually converts to vitamin A in your body. Now, these foods could be spinach, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, yogurt, milk. There's a lot of different foods, but nonetheless, look for foods that are high in beta carotene and, well, you'll find yourself higher in vitamin A. Okay, I had to move again. That sun is getting very bright behind me, but man, not a bad view, right? Okay, did you know that oxidative stress is a massive player in hair loss? Yes, so oxidative stress happens when our body has an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants. And then that could lead to an electron imbalance that could result in hair loss. So the question becomes, how do we deal with oxidative stress? Get more vitamin C. But here's the great part. Vitamin C is one, very easy to get a hold of, which I'll share with you in just a second, and two, typically in foods that are really tasty. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that actually helps protect your cells from these free radicals. Now, vitamin C does a lot more than just that. Vitamin C also helps keep you from going gray prematurely, which I may or may not have done. I just needed more vitamin C, simple as that, dang it. Vitamin C also helps to produce collagen. As we probably know, collagen is also great for your skin, nails, and all that great stuff. Now you can find this in a lot of different fruits. Strawberries, oranges, guavas, right? Or peppers, tomatoes. But the other interesting thing here is to recognize that your body doesn't produce it on its own. So you actually need to work this vitamin in through your nutrition. Also, if you're a smoker or if you drink a lot, this could mean you have a higher probability of being even more deficient in vitamin C. So yes, it's important. So vitamin C, on to the next one. The next big one is vitamin D. Now, vitamin D can actually play a huge role in hair loss. Deficiencies in vitamin D could be a cause of things like alopecia, female pattern hair loss, excessive shedding. But the good side to this is that, again, vitamin D is relatively, well, depending on where you live, easy to get into your system. Now, I was born and raised in the Pacific Northwest. It's actually where I am currently filming this video, and it's where I've spent the vast majority of my 45 years on this planet. And I can tell you that in the Pacific Northwest, I have heard from multiple doctors and nutritionists that have said you basically, literally, cannot get enough vitamin D due to our climate. And when I say climate, I mean the amount of rain that we get. We get a lot of rain. If you didn't know, we get a lot of rain. Part of the reason my wife and I are moving along in a van to go find the sun. But if you do find yourself in a place like this, or you just aren't eating enough of foods that are higher in vitamin D, such as things like fortified foods like cereal, and I don't mean the sugary cereal, I mean healthy cereal, eggs, bread, yogurt, or cod liver. I don't even know why you would want to eat cod. That just sounds disgusting to me. But you get my point. Those are things that will help you aid in your potential vitamin D deficiencies. Or just do like I'm doing right now and find some sun. Stand in said sun, let sun hit face. Now, before I dive out of this topic, I do have to obviously throw out the disclaimer. Sun isn't only good for you. Obviously, there are skin cancer concerns, all sorts of things that can also go very wrong with sun. So be smart about it, wear your sunscreen, do all the things, but a little bit of sun is not a bad thing when it comes to vitamin D deficiencies. So there you go. On to the next one. Now, the last thing I'm gonna share with you in this video is, if I'm honest, the most important aspect to all of this, and it is the number one concern that I see when it comes to hair concerns. Before we get to that, we're gonna dive into one last little vitamin here. Now, vitamin E is another big player when it comes to hair loss. It's kind of a counterpart to vitamin C, and it actually helps to balance out the electron levels to help fight those free radicals again. So this is another important one, just like vitamin C is. But I love this one because you find vitamin E in stuff like sunflower seeds, which I love, almonds and spinach and pumpkin seeds and avocados. My wife loves avocados. I'm a huge fan of almonds. Oh, so yeah, again, good, healthy foods that also help you manage hair concerns. Win-win, folks, win-win. But now, I promised you, let's dive into another thing that I believe is the biggest part of this whole equation. If you don't hear anything in this video, please, you must listen to this. I cannot tell you how many times I have stood behind a chair, had a client that I have known for years sit down in that chair and recognize that their hair has completely changed in a remarkably short amount of time. And I am talking about things like hair thinning. I'm talking about things like hair being brittle, hair breakage, lack of shine, inability to style their hair in a way that they have been able to style it for multiple years previously. I have seen differences in hair growth patterns, stuff that would absolutely blow your mind. And when push came to shove, we broke down all the questions, tried to ask about nutrition, tried to ask about styling processes, product usage, shampoo and conditioner usage, all of the things. Nothing had changed at all except this: stress. Yes, I kid you not, the differences I have seen and the speed at which those differences happen when it comes to high stress situations, wow, it is absolutely mind-numbing. And I tell you this from standing behind the chair since 1995. This is a really big deal, and people don't pay attention to it because, again, this is not the sexy, fun, simple fix thing. De-stressing yourself can be really difficult if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like your life is just simply stressful. So what do you do if you're in that scenario? Well, breathing practices. Right? Wake up in the morning, take some time for yourself, carve aside 10 minutes to sit down, have some deep breaths, meditation, exercise, which is great for so many different things, not only for stress release, but also to just get your blood moving throughout your body. All of these things can hugely promote hair health. There are a lot of different ways to handle your stress, but what I can tell you and what I will tell you, and I hope you listen to, is this. You need to carve out time every day to manage your stress. Period. You need to take time for yourself, whether that's 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the evening, whatever it is. You need to start giving back to your body what you want from your body. If you want good things from your body, you must give good things to your body. You may be thinking your hair grows from the ends and it gets longer. Your hair grows from the scalp. That means that it's internal, which means that what's happening internally to your body is every bit as important, if not more important, I would argue, than what's happening externally to your hair. You can use all the best products in the world and spend all your money on the most incredible processes. If you treat your body like trash, your hair is gonna be trash. Okay, I feel like I ended that on a really high, happy note. Okay, so let me bring this back around just a little bit before we walk away from this. Look, treat your body well, eat healthy. You're gonna feel better, your hair is gonna be healthier, you're gonna feel more confident because you feel better and your hair is more healthier. And on top of that, you need to eat and do all these things anyway, so hey, you're gonna be spending money on food, spend money on good food. You're gonna be taking time out of your day to do things anyway, so take 10 minutes to do something actually for yourself. You will feel better and your hair will thank you for it, I promise you. And I hope this helps. So right now, I'm gonna enjoy this view for a little while. Not a bad view, I'm not gonna lie, because it doesn't. Comment below, let me know. Doesn't what? Doesn't, you know. If you stuck around this long, you definitely know. Okay, I'm out of here because I'm boring you at this point, so we'll see you later. Check out the view, it's pretty, huh? Okay. Bye.